Go, go, kitty.
It's week 17 of the NFL, and we'll get a look here at Davante Adams. On the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Raiders and the Niners, just ahead on EA Sports.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. As CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The 49er offense about to go to work, and it's Jimmy Garoppolo, Charles, at quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Jimmy going to look to throw it on the first play. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And now as we get toward the home stretch here, the regular season, Charles, let's take a look at the list of key inactives for them in this one.
Yeah, and after almost a full season of physical games, you know you're going to have some guys missing during the final weeks of the season. Nature of how we play this sport. Every team, you've got to be prepared to handle them. And the teams that focus on handling it, focus on guys getting ready to play even if they're not starters, those are the ones that weather the storm.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 17 carries, 66 yards.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Raider.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
To throw is Carr. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On second down, McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. On play action, now Garoppolo. Now he'll escape to his left. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
2-yard pickup takes it 3rd and 8.
Now Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. To throw is Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And this one is incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And oh no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown if he holds on. And somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And now here come the Raiders. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back to Renfro again, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Raiders nothing.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, 2 cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Carr. And he finds Beasley, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Carr now on first down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there. It's 2nd down. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He's going to... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is going to be 49er football.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He gets 12 on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. will step aside. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And right side, they're going to go option here. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Garoppolo off, coming on as the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Gould is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. His first catch good for 8 and a 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Second and 8 coming up. Throwing now is Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
How you like that? Huh? You like where I went with that? How about that?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on the opposition.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Garoppolo now. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily none.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them...
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr, man open left side is Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And the grab by Croft. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Dancing to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. We begin our coverage of 2023 up in the Pacific Northwest. The Jets making the long trip west to take on Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. Geno Smith throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Drake London leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a play fake. Carr. And that will be incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. "46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's brought down at the 37-yard.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down. That was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier. He was brought down by the lawmaker.
On play action, now Garoppolo on the move to his left. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Chandler Jones from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown 49ers. Ray McLeod, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down.
Now Carr.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Niners